So Born This Way is out. It's crazy. You got Edge of Glory blazing on the radio right now. What else can we expect from your album?
Well, just don't expect, because it's going to continue to be unexpected. And I am so inspired by the fans and so inspired by every single thing that they do and say. And, I really wanted to push the boundaries of pop music with this record, and I feel like I did, for myself as an artist and hopefully for radio. When I wrote The Fame, it was such a struggle to get my songs played because, they didn't really fit anywhere. They were either too dance or they weren't pop enough or they were too pop for the dance stations. It was this real struggle. So I kind of wanted to recreate that struggle for myself with this record. I want to always be the underdog. I want to always be on the bottom, clawing my way to the top, because that's how I started out. I didn't start out as some girl who randomly decided to be a singer one day. I played clubs in New York City, and I waitressed, and I paid my own rent, and I worked so hard. And I sat in every executive's office and heard, no,
Yes.
I don't get it. And, I kind of wanted to do that again. I wanted to always, with every album, feel like me and my Brooklyn nails are crawling my ass all the way to the top. You know what? Every time I heard no, it just made me stronger.
Right?
Every single time I thought, I'll show you. And perseverance only makes the challenge of overcoming so much greater. And the victory on the end, now you being here is so incredible, and you are an inspiration to women all over the world to follow their dreams. My dad and my mom, they believed in me, but they also, were concerned when I dropped out of school, and it was a rough time in my life, but I never ever gave up. And every person that told me no, I just internalized it and said, I'll show you. And I worked harder and harder and harder, and then here we are.
And look at you now. On the shuttle train, which everybody takes to go across town, I see the whole entire thing is wrapped in Lady Gaga. And although I was excited about the album, of course, which every single song on the album is a smash, but the first thought in my heart was, oh my God, you go girl, this is your town. You own the world, but to have your face on where people that went to school.
On the S train.
Yes, look at me now, bitches.
Oh, listen, that was my absolute favorite thing that happened that week. I mean, that subway train, I rode that train so many times to go downtown to theater school and to go downtown to jazz clubs and go hang out with my friends, and to have the train wrapped with my album cover on it, to have the train from the city that I wrote this whole album about. I mean, the very first song, Marry the Night, is about me. I went to a couple Hollywood parties. I lived in LA for a couple months, and I just was like, this is so not for me. I'm so New York, and this is where I was born, in Manhattan, and I still live in Brooklyn now. And, I wrote Marry the Night about being like, you know what, I'm just not that kind of person, and I just always want to be a New York girl. So I'm going to marry the night. I'm going to marry New York.
How do you deal with people that don't understand you stepping out and being a voice for the people who need it?
I think that anyone that promotes the idea that God would ever hurt people is one of the scariest and most psychotic things that I could think of. I'm a religious person, but I also really respect people that aren't religious, or maybe they're atheist or believe in a different God. Everyone is born different, but any group that singles out any kind of person, any color of person, any sexual orientation, any belief, and says that in the name of God, that person belongs in hell, that is the sign of evil. That to me.
I love you.
To me, if there is a devil, right? And if there is a devil, him and God probably know each other. They probably go way back, right?
Right.
And if there is one, that to me is the sign of a demon. It's I just don't believe. I believe so strongly in my heart that kindness is the future of all good things. And there is nothing religious or beautiful about hatred.